Of course.
The rogue trio. We could have guessed that.
I'd love to have my tent to
Let's not worry about
myself
those guys,
tonight.
let's worry about us. Let's get the boat
Somebody
tossing down
wanna
to the right.
ready?
Yeah. Nicely done.
You want help? Could I get some help with this?
You betcha. Cheyenne's all over it. You're gonna slide it out straight.
This way. Follow us.
And then drop once it's out.
You can just put them down on the dock, guys. Then we'll carry them in. My hand died.
Whereas this one has more like frogs, like cookies. And it's just like bigger. It's much bigger.
Boats for the expedition in August, when we paddled from above Radium down to Canal Flats. Okay, so that's why we're doing this. So we just discussed what to wear, like the PFD, because we need some flotation, and we got protection on the PFD all around your vital organs. A helmet, either available, or so if we're going to do rapids, we'll say helmets on for this section, and then nice leisurely float down the river, we can take the helmets off. Here, we don't need to put a helmet on, it's fine, you know. If you are like super shallow and like rocky bottoms, more so in a kayak than a canoe. The likelihood of you staying in that boat when it tips over is like 0. Okay? Unless you're completely decked out in a small boat with all your all airbags in and you've got your legs strapped in, when that canoe tips over, you're going out first. Okay, so you're very unlikely going to bash your head on anything.
We found that out last time.
Yeah, we
On
did.
the submarine.
That's right, yeah. We fell out quite easily. Okay, so we talked about clothing, normal, whether we're going on the river or we're going hiking, synthetics. Cotton gets wet, stays wet, keeps you cold. Synthetics dry quickly. Okay, sunscreen, like today, sunscreen or the ability to pull your sleeves down. The ability to put a cap on. Okay? The ability to cover up your legs if you haven't put sunscreen on and if you burn. Okay, at 26 degrees out on the water, you get all that reflection as well. You've got to be careful.
Yeah,
you know,
water.
Especially on the face.
Big.
Okay, so
You got to be covered with
roll
sunscreen
sunscreen, tiger
or
stripes.
clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. In the lieu of sunscreen, if you don't like it, if you think it's toxic, which it is, then you know, long sleeves is good. You know, and if you're wearing your like your base layer, you know, summer or winter, it doesn't make any difference. So wear your base layer out there, it's awesome. You know, and it'll dry quickly and it'll keep you warm as a base layer on your body. Okay, what else do we need to wear? Not so important in here, but definitely important in a river. I pull out my boat, I then have to run down the bank, because if I don't catch my boat, I've got 40 k's a day to walk. Shoes. Okay? You need to wear footwear in the boat that will not come off. If you wear those, I guarantee you the first swim, you're gonna be bye-bye. They're going. Okay, you get out to the bank and then you can't go, and you're no use to anyone to go and get someone's gear or your gear back, because you can't run down the bank now barefoot. Okay, so these are ideal, 3-point contact sandals. like water shoes, wetsuit boots. I just wear hikers. Like I've always, even in my kayaks, like I used to do big rivers, and I just put my boots on. Okay, that means I can just walk across anything. I don't care if they get wet, doesn't matter. You know, I take them up at night, put them by the campfire, put 2 sticks in them, they dry out. Okay, but something with a good base, and it's not going to float away. So water shoes are great. You know, if you just want to wear your plimmies or your runners or whatever, that's fine. Okay, the only thing I'd say is if you're in a kayak, then I know you kids don't like doing it these days, but tie your shoelaces up. Make sure there's no way that you can put your feet in a kayak and get that shoelace trapped around the foot pedals. Because when you want to come out and exit, you want to come out and exit, and not be trying to like pull your shoe off. A canoe paddle, blade, shaft, T. Okay, and the last thing we want to do is when we're paddling is doing this. Alright, because this is going to go in someone's fizzog. Yeah. Okay, that's why we always put our top hand on the T. Is anyone left-handed? Oh, okay. So usually, if your leading hand would be on the T, whether you're right-handed or left-handed. Okay. So when you pick up the paddle, you keep your hand on the T. Okay. That way you've got control of it, and it's not going to do this unless you're tending to do that. Okay. And yours are just a one piece, like this one here. Yeah. And we bought all different sizes. Okay. And it's kind of personal, but normally your canoe paddle is, you got a right angle here. Okay, so if you put it out in front of you, that's the size you want. If anything, you want it slightly longer rather than slightly shorter. So the new ones I think have got a size on, but when you go grab your paddle for the paddle, okay, put it out, get your 90, and then if it feels like too big or too small, when we come back in, just change it. Okay, so paddle. Ooh, how many paddles do we put in a boat?
2, 3.
3. Why 3?
Because there's extra ones.
So, but not actually quite true. Depends how many paddles you got in the boat. Normally you got 2 paddlers in a boat. Okay, so you need a spare paddle. If you got 2 people, then yeah, you have that 3rd paddle. If you're paddling solo, you only have 2 because you've got yourself in there with your paddle and you have a spare one. Make sure when you put that spare paddle in that if you tip over, it ain't going to float away. Okay, and we'll go over like packing with gear. We don't need to do it right now because we're going to paddle it empty. Okay, so paddles. Okay, so finish my paddle. Is that alright? No. No, like that's like, I don't know, this is $200. Okay, yours are $70 a piece. Okay, and if you keep throwing it down, okay, it gets chipped. When it gets chipped and we have to paddle, this is where you're going to get blisters from. Okay.
Is it a shovel?
Yeah. No.
Is it a sword?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
No. So we look
That's
after
what we need to
them,
remember.
and we look after everything. Is this a pillow? Is this a seat? No. No.
It can be a pillow.
No, because what we've got is inherent buoyancy in here. So we have foam in here, and when I took over in 2009 or something, our canoe equipment was these life jackets or PFDs, and this foam was so thin that you could put it in the water, it nearly sank. Okay, you should be able to put a weight on this, and it should keep the weight of your body afloat. Okay, so the way we look after that is, you know, when we finish for the day on the river, we put them out to dry. We put them on a line and put them out to dry. We don't use it as a pillow. We don't use it as a seat. We want to keep that inherent buoyancy as good as possible for as long as possible. Okay, we look after it. It's our gear. Okay. Okay, so we got PFD, paddle, talked about helmets, these throw lines. So all it is probably 20 meters or 30 meters, 20 meters of line in there. This is really not a rescue line because it's pretty small, although it's super strong. And we, on the last one, we did use it for practice on a rescue line for trying to get a swimmer out. But the idea is, let's just go over to this boat. So the idea is to clip it somewhere at the rear. I kind of like it just out the way. And then you run your line under your seat. Okay, you either leave it loose or you just put a loop on here like this. And then if you were doing a river trip and the boat went upside down, both of you are going to go in. All your gear is not going to come out the boat because we'll show you how to do that. But you can't swim with this boat full of water. It's impossible. Like it's not like a kayak where it has compartments that floats. With a kayak, yeah, there's a little bit of water gone in the cockpit, but you can definitely swim to the shore with it. With these boats, you can't. So what you got to do is it goes upside down, and like sort yourself out, talk to each other or whatever. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Okay, let's get the boat to shore. So you reach underneath, you grab your rope, you start swimming to shore. Once you get to shore, you stand up, you know it's connected to the boat, you put it round you, and you just bring your boat into the eddy. Okay, and when we do more and more, and when we go on the river, we'll talk about that. Okay, and we'll practice that, because there's a fair chance that we're going to come and have our boats. It's all good fun. Okay, let's talk about the boats we got. Does anyone know the names of the parts of our boat?
Bows.
Which one's the bow?
The back.
Is it?
Front.
Front? Okay, so in this boat, which is the front and back?
Port. Front. And the back is always.
How do we know this is the back?
Because it's the closest to the.
The seat is the closest to the back. Okay, so yeah, so there's the bow, there's the stern. I don't care what you call it, front and back if you want. Okay.
Port.
Port? Is that port?
Yeah.
That port? Why is that? Left. The left is port. Okay. They say there's no, like in the military, it's like port is like a fortified wine, and in the mess we have lots of port on the table, and it's a real sad day when there's no port left on the table. So we say port left. There's probably another one that doesn't involve alcohol.
You guys don't drink wine.
There's another one.
Port has 4 letters.
Oh,
left
yeah.
has 4 letters.
Oh yeah. Can these guys spell? Anyway.
Nope.
So
Still teach that.
yeah. So the port is on the left, the starboard's on the right. I don't care as long as you know your left and right, doesn't matter. Okay, so we got seats front and back. On the lake, you can sit on the seats, that's fine. The most control is when you kneel on the boat. Okay, so if I was paddling this, when Tracy and I go paddling, we rarely sit on the seats, especially when we're paddling a river. We'll sit front and back, and then we'll just kneel down with our butts against the back seat. It gives you way more control of the boat. And you'll see out there how stable the boats are. And we'll play some little games to see how stable the boats are, and whether you stay in it or you don't stay in it.
You guys see what Tony's doing? Like, see how he can like rock the boat from side to side? You can't. It's pretty tough to do when you're sitting on the seat. And
But
that might be something you want to do, you know, when you're on the river, right?
We'll practice that when we go out there. So what are these side things called here? These planks here, down the sides. Anyone know?
Covers.
Gunnels. Yeah. So these down the side of gunnels. Anyone know why they're called gunnels?
Because they cover the top piece so it doesn't get wrecked.
So it doesn't get wrecked?
Yeah.
Well, that's true, but that's not why they call them the gunnels. So the gunnels are not G-U-N-A-L-L. It's gun whales. And whales is like a plank, okay? And on the old warships, they put a plank around the ship, okay? Because the artillery guns used to make so much damage to the ship, it would break it. So they had to reinforce the sides to put the guns on. Okay, and then they just kept that, and this is what the guns get used to. Buddy, we're going in. What else we got in the boat? So we got gunnels, front and back, bow and stern.
You know the
Left and-
stabilizer?
Stabilizer? Where?
Yeah, the middle piece.
This one?
Yeah.
What's this called then?
I don't know.
Anyone?
The middle.
I want to say yoke.
Oh well, this is the yoke because it's for a carry-in. Oh, did I just steal your thunder then? Okay. So this is a neck yoke because this is shaped to put your neck in it, and then the idea is you roll it up, put it on your back of the neck, and walk it across. These are pretty heavy, and really I don't want any of you doing it because you will injure yourselves. Okay, the idea is to pick up the boat from where and where. Yeah, so we've got two carry handles, there and there. But if it's like really heavy, there's nothing wrong with one person here, one person there, one person there, and just pick it up inside the gunnels. Straight back, bent knees, pick it up, go take it wherever.
Kind of
Okay.
like the two new ones.
So, okay, so we have got these braces here. I know it's a seat, but they also act as what? Collapsing, yeah. So they strengthen the boat, and they're called thwarts. Okay, so carrying yoke or neck yoke, thwarts, front, back, bow, stern. Is that a seat, by the way? No. Right. But there's nothing wrong with you when you want to adjust trim, or you want to paddle solo, and this is where you want to paddle, because you're decked out with all your gear, and you want to get the boat down or up, is to use this as a brace for your butt. Where do we, if we're paddling two people in this boat, where should we be paddling? Right at the front and right at the back, or in the middle, or?
Right here and
Yeah, you think?
let's both in the middle maybe.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. What you need to do though is when we've got all our gear in, and we'll see this when we got lots of gear in, we don't want the boat to be like this or like this. We need a trim boat. Okay, so it's nice and flat. Now, if it's super windy coming into your face, then adjust the trim, put the nose down. Okay? If it's the other way around, put the nose up. If the wind's coming in your butt, then put the nose up. Okay, this way around. These boats are super tough, but I do not want them dragged up and down the beach. If you're by yourself and you think, I need to get the boat from here to here, you wait. You go and ask someone, okay, and pick it up. Okay. The bigger ones, the new ones, are plastic. They're ABS plastic, 3-ply plastic. They're even heavier, but we need that because we don't want to start repairing stuff on the river. This one is fiberglass, which is, way less. It's lighter, but there'll be more repair on that, especially if you bash it down a river. Okay, so let's look after our people. Okay, I've done enough chat for right now. Let's.
Oh no, we're going now.
Paddling.
Numbers. Cole. 1. Look at me, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 javelin. Okay. You're 8. Okay. So Doug's gonna call the numbers. Nice and easy to start with. You're only gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 boats. It's really easy. Keep it together. It's about teamwork. Okay. It's about having a stable platform. We would have had a stable platform if everyone was listening to instructions. but they weren't. Okay, and that's when we start having problems on the road. Okay, so this is a team game, but it's about listening to instructions. Look, it's good. Pull them to the boat, and I'm just going to go and help them unload. Okay, so let's go through, at least make sure that everyone is going around the boats. Just take your time. That was kind of me like demonstrating. I knew it happened because I could see he wasn't holding the boat. Okay, so let's hold on to the boats. Okay, go through one each. Watch your fingers. 2, 6. Wait a minute. Emma, she didn't go around the front of Cole. She went behind him. That's a cheat fail. Okay, Chris. So guys.
Hi guys. Hold the phone. I'm gonna put the leg in here. No, cool. Make sure you wait. Well, this is all on me.
Watch those fingers.
This is all on me.
Try not to wake you out here.
It's all on me. She won. I did it. Christy survived. Are something wrong with the body out? I want to see a face. Oh my god. Okay, do you want to stop? Watch them. When you do that, we'll die. We're talented! Okay, well, that's oh, I know. Here we go. I know I'm gonna fall. Alright, ready? Try the seat first. Okay, try going on nope, not the seat. Okay, you got this? Okay, sit down. Now go. It's a lot easier if one of you tries first. Okay, you go. We got it. And then the other person. Okay, put your hands up just in case. I'm not doing that though. Alright, let's go back down and paddle some more. You got me, that was fun. Yeah. Let's try that. Wait. You want to do this down on the chest? Basically what we were doing. I know what we're doing. We just gotta put this guy and see if
The rest of you guys.
I didn't do it like that. It's like this, and you unwind, big wide, away from the side of the boat. And the reverse is like this. Away from the side of the boat. Look how low my blade is.
Jackson got it.
Not up here. I'm not trying to paddle forward. All you're doing is, you're trying to paddle forward, he's trying to paddle backwards, and all you're doing is fighting each other.
Pole and javelin. Let's see that boat go in a circle. Red and awesome. Awesome canoe, that's what we want.
I think we got the hang of it.
Okay, let's similar weight deck. You want to swap and I'll come in yours and do it? Or you and Emma?
I think we could try.
Okay. You can do it. Let's go. Lean out, lean out, lean out, lean out. Keep leaning together. Good, good. Watch each other. Feel the boat. Lean out.
Don't look back.
Okay. Okay, let's have another demo. The demo is Doug and Emma. Now they're hugely different weights. So it's more difficult. But
Stay over to that side. Go to that side now.
well, oh wait. Okay. So this is a good example. Okay, so if it does go over, get back in the boat. Just have a go. You can see what you gotta do. Yeah. Separate and have a go. Make sure when you do it, you're not gonna hit anyone else.
No! What are you doing?
Tall. When you get in like that, you know where that's going. Okay, coming back. Are you wet? Yes, Gavin. Awesome. That is the best one.
I do not like We're gonna fail. Hold on though. Okay, you go first.
Nice.
I know. You go first. I know, wait, no. You go first.
Gavin, now, this is where you need to practice how to get back in the boat. One at a time. One counterweight.
Come on, it's just water.
Yeah, that's good. Put the heavy one in first. Now you have to balance the boat for Cole. Better hang on, Chris. Okay, Cole, go stick to the boat. Come on, boys.
I got you here with.
No, but when you get in, you gotta come up with. Oh, come on. There's no way. Try again. There we go.
It's so bad. You already had to do this with me. Come on. Now. Water. Go. I did it too.
Okay, the word. You do it? Come on, guys. You can do it.
Yeah, our heads are totally good. I almost got ready? To the edge. Show how baby they are. Well,
Once more, come on.
I almost got stuck twice. That's I will.
That's it. Put your feet under the gunnels, legs straight,
3,
and
2,
just
1.
gently lower yourself over. Slowly and gently.
This way, then hold stuff. Okay, let's do it.
Good. Let's go. Careful. Actually, neither of you weigh enough.
boat go over it. That's all. That's good.
Hey, let's do it now. Yeah, hey, at least you don't. I'm not getting stuff done. No, don't. If you can get. Okay, you guys set the frisbee? Guys! Okay, let's go! Well, let's show them how it's done. Let's go! Okay. Wait, that frisbee's out! Put your hand. Hey, Kevin, pass it to me. Kevin, pass. Kevin, pass. Kevin, pass it for a second.
Navy SEALs over there.
Let's see if we can pass Navy frisbee. Okay, put it down. Let's play frisbee in the canoe. I'm not. Just hold it, Jackson. Pass. Wait, Chris, pass. All right, let's play on water frisbee. Oh, crap. Let's go explore for a bit. Let's go, that's good. Keep on. Ahead. Get it, Will, get it.
Doug.
Guess what one of them is, William? No thanks. Guess what one of them is doing? When he tried to catch it, he went down its burrow.
Try and paddle on one side and use your rudder to go straight. Come on, there. Take it around there. So if you're going overboard, you can steer rudder on.
So far out of the way! This is ridiculous.
Do I look nervous with those coming towards me? I should be nervous. Cole's doing it backwards.
I pushed it backwards. Did you see that? Oh, and right around like an icon.
Find it easier to go backwards?
Yeah.
You find it easier to go backwards?
Too long to turn around. I gotta have it. What the heck is everybody doing? I don't know.
Good job, buddy. Excellent job.
Oh no.
That's all right.
This is not working. What?
They go around me, Drew. Good job steering, Chris. Doesn't matter as long as you go around behind me. Good job, bud. Good job.
Jackson? Yeah? Just put your paddle in like this. Okay. Right at the back. Take it back.
What?
Yeah, there, okay. Put it in the water. Push away. Alright. Now pull it, do it again. And we start out here and pull it back. There you go. Okay, that's what I want you to do at the end of your stroke, right? You're gonna paddle. Don't take it out again. I see what you're doing. Don't take it out. Just paddle and then do it at the end, right? Go to second place.
Do I look nervous?
Very good. Very good. You're getting there. You're figured out. Give a good stroke. Nice hard shake. It's gonna get you moving, right? Good? When you jump in the boat, it's gonna be good. Just get a nice paddle, and then your front end's gonna go the wrong way, right? So then after you do that, you're gonna go right and go all the way back.
Chris!
See how your front end is? You're now just paddle.
Chris, I will sink your
You're doing good.
Nicely done, Jackson. Let's come back in, buddy. Turn your boat round. Nice. Just with the paddle solo. You get the feel of the boat. There you go. Nicely done. Keep coming. Then, as the boat starts to go too far, then put your stern rudder in and bring it back towards us and come in. Water, but we're going to imagine that we're on a huge, huge lake and someone's fallen in, and it would be really difficult for us to pull that boat or swim to the shore. Okay, so we're going to use our little group, our team, to be able to turn the boat upside down, okay, and get the water out, ride it back up, and get them back in the boat. So we'll do a little demonstration, and then we'll just let you go practice. So let's... Okay, I apologize right now for Drew's butt sticking out. Say no to crash. Drug awareness. Okay, let's get in the raft. That's awesome. Good job, you guys. So you can reach out with a paddle, offer the T-grip to the other side, and then they can pull you in. Remember we had the draw stroke, so we could just draw the boat in sideways. That was pretty good. That was like an hour quicker than we did it yesterday. That's awesome. Honestly. So don't worry too much. Like you think the boat's still going around in circles. Like it's the second day, probably like third hour in the boat. So people can get cold in water really quickly. Okay, so we're gonna kind of control it. The way we're gonna do it is we're gonna make an opening between two of the boats. Okay, and we're going to make an opening between Jackson's and William's boat. And we're going to pull that boat, which is tipped over, around and up through that gap. And using the paddles that we're going to put over the two boats, Jackson's and William's boats, we're going to put paddles to make like an H. Okay, hence the H recipe. Okay, oh sorry, I can't even say H. I guess it depends where you come from. If you're French Canadian, it's H. Okay, but because they say hotel, I'm going to say hotel. Okay, we're going to put the boat up through there, and we're going to rock it backwards and forwards and get the water out. If we brought the boat up over the side, it becomes really unstable, and we could do that, but also in a canoe, an open canoe, is the water that's in the other boat is just going to come in your boat. And we don't. So the people in the water... No, I'll push you out. So, Cole and Javin, you come out of the raft. So you just paddle out. I'm going to push the boats out a little bit further. out of the raft, push him either forward or backwards. Yeah, you gotta push the boat out.
Like push, you gotta push the
There you go.
There's air in there. So go back underneath and go fish stuff out. Whatever. Yes, how much air is in there? How much air is in there? Lots? Big bucket of air? You guys lifted the boat when you went under. Oh no, he's good. Let's go then, bud. Okay, good. So, give the paddles into one of the boats. Put them all in one boat, one same boat, then you know where you're going to get them from. Now, we're going to go between the two middle boats. So, the idea is we're going to split off a little bit and put one or two paddles together in the center of the boat. Now, this bit isn't easy. That boat is heavy and full of water. So bring it in. What we really want to do is keep the swimmers in front of us. Rather than do it from the back or whatever, we can see what's going on. They're the most important people. The boat, if we have to use a boat, we have to use a boat. So we want to make sure there's no drama. So come in, pass me the boat, and then you duck underneath. Give me the boat. So the idea now is stay there a minute, bud. It's okay. You have to stay on the front. So now this is where we're going to try and lift our boat up. And it comes up pretty nicely. Okay. Try not to get it in the water. I've put it up. Okay, I think we got most of the water out, huh? So I'm going to bring the boat towards me. Watch fingers. And we're going to try and right it so we can see without getting loads of water in. Hold on to the boat, Chris. Good lad. Bring it in. Go.
no.
So now we've got the boat upright. We've got it empty. Now we need to get the guys back in. We'll get them back in one at a time. Push up. Do you push up? Or you, whatever. That's good. Go down. Okay, so now, like we didn't have to go to shore. It probably took us, I don't know, 2 minutes. And we got these guys back in the boat, nice and safe, all our gear. We might have a little bit of water in there, but now all they have to do is bail out. Okay, so we make sure they're okay. We give them their 3 paddles back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if I'm going to come out of this, and I'm going to leave it to the group. Keep Emma and Doug in there. Emma, I want you to take the lead role. Okay? If you need some muscle, then all on your dad, William, and take guns. Huh? Guns out, guns out. Okay. And we're going to have another crew in the water, and then we're going to bring them back. Okay, nice and controlled, no rush, and let's see if we can get the boat up, nice and easy. Once that water comes out, lift it over, make sure no fingers in the way. Away we go. Come across, keep the boats, please. Try not to lift the boat, boys. Just
Hey, don't let the boat
under.
just go under and then in.
Because you can't afford to lose any more air there.
No. Wait, Will, do surface dive. Come under and in. All right, you paddle. Let me put my hat on top. William, your boat is sinking. Let's go. Oh. Let's go. I can hear it. But I cannot feel it. I got it.
Don't lift the boat up because you're going to lose your air, right?
Did you get underneath it? That's only 2 paddles.
I know, someone took out one of the paddle when we made the bridge.
Oh,
okay.
you only got 2 paddles?
Yeah.
All right.